Okay, so I guess you already seen those two weird videos I already uploaded. And a little short one, well, the one is not fun because it actually made me quite angry when I was making it. It was a quick one. The second one is a little fun, and now you got this video. And the reason I made this video is because I realized Ukraine, by LGBTQ standard, is very homophobic. Thank you, Lauren Sondren, for this, because you made a lot of sense in this video. If you support my content, remember to like, share, bada bing bam boom, let's go.
And as for the general population, it is family first, community first, closed borders, Christian, Orthodox, like hardcore. 71% of Ukrainians are Christian. More than that, I think. Gay marriage isn't even legal in the country. Their polling for being anti-homosexuality is through the roof. In Pew Research polling, when it came to the importance of gender equality in Ukraine, they ranked second last, only defeated by, drumroll, Russia. And all the way from Croatia to Ukraine, they are staunchly anti-communist, for good reason. Yet, if you read media headlines about Ukraine, you would think this were one of the most progressive countries on the damn planet. It's all about getting those gay soldiers involved. We'll have that artificially trending on Twitter all week. How women are out here girl bossing it up on the battlefield, even if they are just holding airsoft rifles. Zelensky has even just revised history by stating Ukraine was previously a safe haven for Jews during the Holocaust.
I'm just surprised. If everybody is like we hate Russia for whatever reason, why are we pushing so much to go in that direction? I don't see the point. It's like, if they knew how homophobic by their standard Ukraine is, we are doing a lot to go to a place where gays cannot even marry. It's like, what is this? It's kind of confusing. And suddenly you find gay guys that are taking picture for Ukraine? Really? You're really saying that that is the normal thing? I mean, I don't even trust what Ukraine tells me. I don't trust what Russia tells me. But I can trust how you talk about Ukraine and then how you change your narrative, which makes me realize, I keep saying everybody, if it's not consistent, do not trust him. Let's see what Ben Shapiro says. Zelensky's decision against Russia is heroic. Stating that Ukraine helped Jews during the Holocaust is pure revisionism. Pretend that Israel is anti-Ukraine because they forced into triangulation with Russia on the Syrian border. Look, man, okay, I don't know. I'm not sure about the third one, but it's always like people stating stuff. Well, we did this, we did this. I'm like, look, I can't judge everybody, but I can judge you on your inconsistency before the war started. And that is when I realized I don't care how people are suffering sometimes. You know why? Because there's not much I can do. But you need my sympathy on the tele so you can get the funds, so you can get the thing. Well, you're getting it. My life ain't changing. You can send me to war like US is trying to do right now. I don't want that.
Not true. And just about every single massive progressive influencer on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you are, have draped themselves in Ukrainian flags like it is their new identity.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks since I transformed into a Ukraine guy, and gotta say that I'm loving my new personality. Well, you guys denounce Russia? Oh, you're still telling people to stay at home and get vaccinated? Oh, no, it's cool. I mean, yeah, whatever works for you, dude.
Now, let's go to liberal hive mind because there's some wishy-washy things going on over there that I watch everybody. I watch all the news so I can make my own conclusion.
This is gold. New York Times asked Candace Owens where she gets her ideas about Ukraine and immediately regrets it. Candace Owens tweets this out. Received an email from the New York Times asking for comment regarding me, quote, advancing ideas that Ukraine is a corrupt country similar to Russian state TV. Let's go ahead and check the email. Monday, March 21st, 2021. To Candace Owens. Subject, New York Times inquiry. Hi there. I'm writing from the New York Times. We're working on a story about Russian messaging that includes some of your comments. We note that you advanced the idea that Ukraine was a corrupt country, which match comments we've seen from Russian state media. I'm wondering if you have any context or further comment to add about this comparison. We're finalizing the story today. Thanks. Hi Candace, we're writing a story to try to connect you to Russian state media, essentially to make this point that right-wing figures like you and Tucker Carlson and Tulsi Gabbard are Russian agents
that's
and
how they
pushing
think.
Russian propaganda.
I said that many times. You have one opinion, they just take one little part just so they can label it to somebody else in extreme view and be like, oh my god, you're part of that big gangster group. And they attack you. That is the way they think. That's why I don't want to watch American media alone. I want to watch India. I want to watch Africa. I want to watch China. And I make my own conclusion. I really want to know how they think about us.
And Candace Owens' response was just perfect. Hi, I am very confused by this email. I learned about, quote, the idea that Ukraine was a corrupt country from the New York Times. You guys have covered the corruption of Ukraine extensively for years. As just one example, here is a piece from the New York Times editorial board entitled Ukraine's Unyielding Corruption from 2016. I educated myself both about the neo-Nazi problem in Ukraine and the unyielding corruption by reading your newspaper, not Russian state media. Is there something specific I said that was different from what you guys have written in the past? Thank you, Candace Owens. Really? You are quoting a 2016 article when Petro Poroshenko was president. He's now facing trial. Of course, this person means trial. Prosecutors have alleged that he was involved in the sale of large amounts of coal that helped finance Russian-backed separatists waging conflict in eastern Ukraine in 2014 and 2015. The first response, yeah, disregard the articles written in 2017, 2018, and 2019.
Yeah,
Dude.
sure. As if when you choose a new president or whatever, all the things that happened in the past, all the people that got into power at that moment disappear also. That's why people say when somebody is in power, give them 4 years and maybe more, because they have to deconstruct what was in the past and they can construct. And that's a long time, I know. But just because you choose the right person, Trump was in power. Did he do a lot? He tried, but you guys were blocking him 24/7. No, I can't even talk.
Oh, interesting. So you mean to tell me that in deeply corrupt countries, when there's a change in leadership, a change in president, and it goes from one corrupt president to the next president who's promising to end all the corruption, that poof, all of a sudden, right after the election, all state corruption just goes away? Yes, great argument. That worked out great in Mexico during the last election now, didn't it?
And before we end this, Joe Rogan made the interesting statement, yeah, the right winger, if you don't care, you can dislike the video.
I have this screenshot that someone sent me of the way the people on the left were talking about the Ukraine situation before the war. I'm gonna send this to you, Jamie. Sorry, but this is one of the things that's so weird is that they were very disparaging of Ukraine, and they were talking about the massive corruption of Ukraine and how horrible it was over there. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden they're looking at it like they're heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
the same exact people.
Yeah.
This is what's confusing. This is how the West was covering Ukraine before the war. It's welcome to Ukraine, the most corrupt nation in Europe. That's Vox. A new Europe, Ukrainian president rule becomes increasingly corrupt and authoritarian. Ukrainian President Zelensky deepens alliance with the far right. And this is one of the things that we're hearing from people on both sides, that they have a Nazi problem over there. That there's a lot of Nazis involved in Ukraine. And there was something that I saw on Facebook where Facebook allowed, I don't know who this is what's so confusing about, what they call the fog of war. It's not necessarily really the fog of war. It's the fog of the distribution of information. Is that we're supposed to just completely take a hard right turn or a veer away, a hard angle away from the narrative that was being pushed just a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to ignore all this stuff now. And I don't know what's right and what's wrong. Because there was just something about Facebook allowing likes. Yeah, Facebook allows war posts urging violence against Russian
I already
invaders.
covered this.
Like, what?
Yeah, I know.
What
I saw that.
Is that?
Yeah.
Like,
So, by the left-wing ideology, if you see something related to Nazi in a group, just like the trucks, right? Or whatever, just like Trump rally, whatever. If you see one swastika, the whole group is right-wing, Nazi, we need to destroy them all or whatever. Right? But no. Now you got a Ukrainian soldier there that back then you said it was corrupt and Nazi. But now that the war changed for the correct president, bada bing bam boom, and I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. You cannot just switch it up. In a country they don't even support you. In a country you can't even be yourself, LGBTQ, if you were there. And now you want to support people, and then you have these dumb people from the Reddit that go there that has been proven it doesn't make sense. And they go there, we're gonna do something good, left wing, bam, and they're dead. It's like, people, what are you freaking doing? This is not a joke. I'm not going to follow a stupid ideologue way of thinking just to justify that you're doing good. When you can decide that this swastika is a bad one because they seem to be our allies, but there's a swastika that you hate and then you're going to label the whole group through that swastika and you want to arrest us or whatever and all this stuff and you justify that it's okay, I think that is very hypocritical, very disingenuous, and by my standard, you're the cancer of this country. And even if you don't agree with all of that, the guy, the Solaskinsky or whatever his name is, this guy has canceled 11 politicians so they can have an opinion.
Tells us that we must support actor-comedian Zelensky at all costs because he'll free the Ukrainian people from the hands of the evil Putin tyrant. Zelensky's heavy-handed crackdown on opposition parties with alleged links to the Kremlin came on the tail of a bid by his government to allow only a single national TV channel to operate in what the made-for-TV besieged administration called a unified information policy. Now, let's just think about that for a second. Unified information policy? That doesn't smack of 1984-style Ministry of Truth-controlled programming, does it?
Just Google search a little, call me crazy, and then come back and give me a good opinion if you don't agree with me. But you would be surprised. I'm not the right one. I don't do all the research, but I do enough research that will surprise most people. They call me crazy, and the next time we meet, they don't even want to be near me because they realize, you know what? I feel like you're putting it in my face. I'm not putting it in your face. I just don't want you to come in my house and tell me how I have to live and think. That's the problem. Anyway, end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to like, share, hit the subscribe button, and see you guys in the next video. Woo.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong.